Good evening, peeps. It's Sunday night, yeah. And it's time for Gang of Girls Radio. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Alexis. Okay, so I did a post today on Facebook, and it has a book there. It's called Hey, Rebecca. It is, Hey, Kelly. You'll see it on my Facebook page. It's called Evie and Ella, and it's the first Evie Forrest book. Hi, Pat, and hi, Di. And so it is going to be up this week. Okay, all the money from all of the Evie Forrest books, the junior books, are going towards Children's Cancer Fund. We haven't figured it out yet. I'm still talking to parents, so hopefully we can get that going. We got it going down, right? So I'm gonna post it as soon as it's published and as soon as it's available. It's going up, and I will post it everywhere, all the time, everywhere. This book I'm writing for my little girl, Madeline Grace, and my Ella Athena. So, for those of you out there who've known me for a while, Madeline Grace has been suffering from cancer, and she's a little girl. And anyone who's listening tonight, if you want to say a prayer for her, please do, okay? Because she needs all our love and our prayers to help her out. She does. Yeah. Okay, so that's called Evie and Ella, and it's the first Evie Forrest junior book. Okay, so it's for little kids. So if you have a little kid you want to buy a fairy book for, go for it, because there's lots of fairy stuff in there. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about Ascended Masters. Yes, why? A lot of you said, why are we talking about Ascended Masters? Well, we're talking about Ascended Masters because we're coming close to the thinning of the veils. This time of year, we're almost there. You know, it's like end of September, beginning of October, the veils start to get thin between dimensions and that. And so this is the best time of year, actually, if you are working on like connecting to your spirit guides and angels, learning about your spirit guides and angels. This is the best time to work with that, okay? Because when the veils are thin, you can communicate easier. It helps your confidence. So when the veils go back to being, a little bit thicker, you have that confidence built and you continue to work with your spirit guides and angels. Okay? It's like this is the time of year, get it going on. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about some Ascended Masters. But for those of you who are interested in, like having closure with someone who has passed on, you can talk to my bro, Psychic Theo, at psychictheo.com. In fact, next week on Facebook Live, Theo and I both will be in the same place at the same time, and we're going to do Facebook Live together. We're going to be taking one question readings, so jog on over there to a Gang of Girls Radio Facebook page and look for the event. Put your question in the event page so we can get to you, because I know we're going to have a lot of people. We've got people from all over the world that are interested in this event. So if you have a question, get over there and ask it. Just put it in the comment thing so that we can see it, and then that way we can start immediately answering questions, because we're only going to be on for an hour. We got Theo and I haven't seen each other in a year, so we have lots of catching up to do. It's going to be very fun for us. All right, so if you want an astrology reading consult, check out Rockin' Reverend Rhonda. Yes, and sign up for her newsletter. It's free. She sends it out once a month, and she'll let you know what's going on throughout the month, okay? I don't make any big decisions unless I consult Rhonda, Yeah, because I want to know timing and all that other good stuff. So if you want an astrology reading, check her out at karmiclaw.com. Sign up for a newsletter. It's awesome. Okay. For those of you who are interested in talking to a medical intuitive, check out Marcella Zinner at marcellaz.com. And for those of you who want referrals to other things, other people, I know a lot of people everywhere. So let me know and I'll see what I can do to help you. Okay? All right. Hi, Linda. So, yeah, you can email me at agangofgirlsinc@gmail.com. Okay, so let's get to the Ascended Masters. So what are Ascended Masters? Ascended Masters are those beings of light who have been actually human here on the planet. They've had human experiences, so they're pretty relatable. They understand about human problems, right? They know about that. So it's really cool to be able to connect with an Ascended Master, and you probably have an Ascended Master as one of your spirit guides, all right? I know I have Lord Melchizedek. He's an Ascended Master, and he assists me all the time. He assists me with like planning a Gang of Girls Radio Facebook Live events. He assists me with my writing, with psychic storybooks. So he is like my teacher and also, well, your teacher too. He's awesome. And so you may have an Ascended Master just hanging out and you don't even know it. So that's why we're going over some Ascended Masters, gods and goddesses tonight. We're going to do some creator gods and goddesses because a lot of people neglect them or they don't think about like how those gods and goddesses can help them. A lot of it, if you look back on history or legends or whatever, these gods and goddesses were human. Or they were, you know, like talking to humans. They were around humans. They understand humans. And we're human. So it's good to have a spirit guide that understands about being human, right? Okay. Okay. So they can really assist you. And a lot of times, too, you'll see, like we talked about Jesus last week. And we referred to Lord Sananda. Jesus is Lord Sananda. So they have different names in that. So doing your own research. People go, oh, why should I do my research? You should do your research to those beings that resonate with you. And if you hear like names like Saint Germain, Lady Nada, Mother Mary, you know, if you keep hearing them or you're attracted to them, find out about them. Don't just read like from the Bible. Read their history. Find out who they were. And it's easier to connect with them because you see that human part of them. Right? Okay. All right. So we're going to be talking about Bodhisattva. So for those of you who do not know what a Bodhisattva is, I looked it up because the way I explain it, it always confuses people. I don't know why. So Bodhisattva is a person who is able to reach nirvana or heaven, but delays doing so out of compassion in order to save the suffering of human beings. And so what they do is they continue to incarnate on Earth to assist with raising the resonance and assisting people with raising their own resonance and helping them so that they feel good, so they can reach nirvana or heaven, right? Okay, so one of those bodhisattva is Quan Yin. Quan Yin is rockin', yes. You may see lots of different statues of Quan Yin. If you go to a big gem and jewelry show and you walk over to an Oriental trading company or something like that, you're going to see statues of Quan Yin and everything, every kind of stone you can think of, and wood, and you'll see them plaster, you know, you'll see all kinds of her different statues. They all have different meanings. So when you buy a statue, remember to ask the vendor what this Quan Yin represents. Okay? She is the goddess of mercy. She is. That's what they call her, the goddess of mercy and compassion. And Kuan Yin is, you know, she's really awesome because of her understanding of the suffering of people. And so if you want to assist someone with overcoming whatever they're suffering, you know, you can invite Kuan Yin or pray to Kuan Yin and ask her for assistance. And you may see a difference, like, immediately, because she is the goddess of mercy. She is the goddess of compassion, and that is her teachings. Okay? Okay, so I looked up a story about her, and it's actually a really cool story. It's one story the first story I heard of her, and she was said to be the daughter of a sovereign of the Chao dynasty who strenuously opposed her wish to become a nun, and was so irritated by her refusal to marry that he put her to humiliating tasks in the convent. This means of coercion failed, and her father then ordered her to be executed for disobedience to his wishes. But the executioner, a man of tender heart and some forethought, brought it about that the sword which was to descend upon her should break into 1,000 pieces. Her father thereupon ordered her to be stifled. As the story goes, she forthwith went to hell, but on her arrival the flames were quenched and flowers burst into bloom. Yama, the presiding officer, looked on in dismay at what seemed to be the summary of abolition of his post, and in order to keep his possession, he sent her back again. Carried in the fragrant heart of a lotus flower, she went to the island of Patao in Ningbo. One day her father fell ill, and according to Chinese custom, she cut the flesh from her arms, that it might be made to medicine. A cure was effected, and in his gratitude her father ordered a statue to be made with completely formed arms and eyes. Owing to a misunderstanding of the orders, the sculptor carved the statue with many heads and many arms, and so it remains to this day. So you may see the Kuan Yin with many arms and many heads, okay? And it's okay, she's still Kuan Yin. Okay, hey Kathleen. So when you're looking for her statues, you know, ask the vendor which Kuan Yin it is, because they have different meanings. Okay, so that is a bodhisattva. Bodhisattva, again, is someone who, when they achieve that place of nirvana or heaven, they refuse to go in because they come back, reincarnate, so that they can assist people from their suffering. Okay? Okay, so the other bodhisattva is Buddha. How awesome is that, right? Because Buddha was a prince. And if you read the book Siddhartha, you'll see his story of him being a prince and being sheltered in this big castle and never going out. And when he finally did go out of the castle, he saw the suffering of the people. And so he left a life of leisure and luxury to go out into the world to see if he could find a way to ease the suffering of people. And that's what he did. He also claimed the place of nirvana, but because he saw that the people were still suffering, he came back and was born again, so that he could again assist people from their suffering. Okay? Isn't that awesome? I think that is so awesome. So, now Buddha, look up the book Siddhartha. Siddhartha is a great book, and it tells everything that happened to Buddha and how he had achieved his enlightenment. Okay? And he assisted a lot of people. He assisted so many people, and he achieved nirvana more times than one. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. All right. So I have all my notes here. That's why I keep looking this way, guys. Okay, so somebody last week was having problems with Wi-Fi. All of the Facebook Live events, all of these events, I upload them and I put them on the website. And if you go to arielgrace.net, you'll see a Gang of Girls radio page. Click on that and scroll down and you'll see all the past videos because I've been uploading them this whole time. So if you want to see something again, it's there. Alrighty? So if you missed this one because your Wi-Fi or whatever, go ahead and just like go to a Gang of Girls radio page and you can watch it again. And it's also on YouTube. That's where I upload it to YouTube and then I move it over to a Gang of Girls radio page. Alright, it's at arielgrace.net now because I've combined everything. So it's all there and you can check it out. Alright, so as we're moving along here, we've talked about Bodhisattva and what that is, and you can look up some stuff. There's a lot of information on the internet, and there's a lot of information in bookstores and on Amazon, and you can find a lot about Bodhisattva and who the Bodhisattvas are. Okay? Okay. All right, so that was Buddha, and that was Quan Yin. Quanyin. Quan Yin. Okay? Hi, Theo! Okay, so the next one is we're going to talk about two goddesses. And the reason why we're talking about goddesses is because a lot of people, again, they forget that the goddesses, and a lot of gods and goddesses were human before, according to their legends, and then they were raised up, right? Okay, but the first goddess that we're going to talk about, a lot of people know about. That's why I chose her. She is a creator goddess. That's what they call her. The reason why she is a creator goddess is because she was one of the first goddesses created, and she also assists with creation. So she assists with many things, and her name is Isis. Isis. Okay, so we're talking about Isis the goddess. All right. Now, Isis is from Egypt. She is. And she has a lot of stuff. She does a lot of things, but mostly she is the goddess. She is like the feminine archetype, Egyptian archetype. So she is the one goddess that all the other goddesses and people looked up to as far as being feminine or femininity. All right. So she's also the mother goddess. And she's a goddess of fertility, okay? So she's gone by a lot of names, and her name literally means Queen of the Throne. And you'll know, like, it's Isis when you look at the hieroglyphs, because you're going to see she's going to have, like, a throne on top of her head. That's her headdress, all right? Throne. All right. So, and her legend is that she married her brother, Osiris. He became her husband. And then Set murdered him. And then she brought him back to life. And they had Horus, who is the god of healing. Okay? So, that is her story. And, you know, she also likes lotus flowers. So make sure when you buy a statue, if you're going to buy a statue of Isis, make sure it is a statue of Isis. Again, ask your vendor, because if there's a crown up there, you're going to want to see the throne, because that's a depiction of Isis. All right? She's usually wearing white, and she has the phoenix on her neck. She has that big necklace, right? Thunderbird Phoenix. So when you do check her out, make sure that you look at some pictures before you go down to buy one. All right? Because there's a lot of different goddesses. There's Mat, there's Bast, there's Sekhmet. There's so many different kinds. You want to make sure, especially if you're building an altar, specific altar, that you're getting what you want. Right? Okay. So these are other ones. These are other names that she is called as well. Is as a power which shot forth the Nile fled, she was called Sati. As the embracer of land and producer of fertility by her waters, she was called Enket. As the goddess of cultivated lands and fields, she was Sekhet. As the goddess of the harvest, she was known as Renenet. As one linked to rebirth, she was associated with the phoenix. As a producer and giver of life, she was Anket. Okay, so if you need this information, you can find it on the internet. That's what I did, copied and pasted. All right, so and a lot of it's on Wikipedia. Wikipedia is like my go-to for almost everything. I go to Wikipedia, and the reason why I go to Wikipedia instead of like going to a spiritual place is because Wikipedia is neutral, right? So I try to stay as neutral as I can because there's so many different people and so many different beliefs, and I want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable with what they're hearing and seeing. Okay? Okay, so the next goddess we're going to talk about is Bast. And a lot of people have heard of Bast. She's a cat. She's usually depicted as a black cat, and she's wearing a necklace. And people call her the cat goddess. What do you know? She's the goddess of she's the goddess of domesticality. She's also the daughter of Ra. So again, you have another creator goddess. She's there to assist with your home, your house. So check her out. She's really cool. Her sister is named Sekhmet. And Sekhmet is different. She's the lioness, and she's also kind of chaotic too. So make sure that you're getting the right statue for whatever it is that you're looking at, okay? Because you don't want to invite chaos into your home, right? All right, so she is known as Bastet, Ubasti, and Pash. She is also a warrior. Yeah. So she is Ra's warrior. So, hey, watch out. All right. So now we're moving on over to Greece. This is one of the goddesses that I work with. I work with Aphrodite, and I also work with Venus, a lot of people think Aphrodite and Venus are the same. They're not. Aphrodite is more of like the younger romantic version of love, right? So she understands romance and grace and beauty and that. So that's her deal. Venus is more of a matron, and she rocks with the whole unconditional love and the type of bonds that we have throughout lifetimes. Okay? Okay. And if you scroll down on my Facebook page, you're going to see a blog called Love and Courtship. Because a lot of people have forgotten about courtship. Yeah. I don't know about you people, but as soon as you meet a person, is he the one or is she the one? And then it's like, okay, let's sleep with them, make sure that they're good in bed. All right, let's, move in, shack up, get married, whatever. Yikes. Put the brakes on and use some courtship stuff. And love yourself too. So you've got to take yourself out on dates. Okay? Okay. So check that out. It's Love and Courtship. It's on my Facebook page. And that is a channeled message from Aphrodite. All right? Aphrodite and Venus are creator goddesses. So they're also creating. Love is their thing. And so what is love? Love is that thing that heals everything. Right? So check out that blog. I wrote it because I got a lot of messages about like people People being upset about relationship. And so I asked Venus and Aphrodite, you know, what should we do about this? And their message is there. Okay? All right. Because I told you I would be sharing channeled messages from gods, goddesses, and ascended masters. And so because I'm trans-channel, there's going to be some more messages too. I can feel them. They're rolling around in the brain. So we'll be sharing some more of those too. And you can check out the blog Clarity 101 at arielgrace.net. You can scroll through there. You'll see lots of different things. There's messages from Lord Melchizedek, Mother Mary. There's Mary Magdala, Venus, and some others. I can't remember all of them, but they're all there. It'll be fun for you, I promise. So the last, I believe this is the last one. Yeah, the last being that we're going to talk about is Master Kuthumi, or Lord Kuthumi. Lord Kuthumi works with Lord Melchizedek, so every once in a while I get to, like, you know, say hi, greet him at least. He is pretty awesome. A lot of people know about Lord Kuthumi, and if you don't know about him, there's a lot of information on the internet, and there are a lot of books about Lord Kuthumi. He's just awesome. He's a rockin' teacher, and also he is one of the ascended masters that assisted with the Theosophical Society and bringing it about. He is. Isn't that cool? Because the Theosophical Society is a pretty awesome thing, and that's one place where you can learn a lot. So if you have a Theosophical Society near you, go check it out, because they do have a library in the actual building, okay? And I'm not talking about like the bookstore part. The bookstore part is there to create money for the Theosophical Society, but the actual Theosophical Society is an awesome metaphysical center, and they can teach a lot of really cool stuff. Hey, Sandy Kusi. Okay, so check out Lord Kuthumi. He is he's been around forever. And you may see his name spelled Kuthumi or Koot with a space Homi. Okay, so Lord Kuthumi, and he assisted with the founding of the Theosophical Society. He engaged in correspondence with two Theosophists living in India, and they are A.P. Sinnett and A.O. Hume, which correspondence was published in the book of Mahatma Letters to A.P. Sinnett. Okay, so the Mahatma Letters are pretty interesting. So if you're interested in something like that, check it out. A lot of wisdom there. All right, so here's the breakdown of him. All right, you ready? All right, so he's formerly Chohan of the second ray of divine illumination. Master Kuthumi is also, he now serves with Master Sananda or Lord Sananda. Remember we talked about Lord Sananda last week. Lord Sananda is Jesus. So remember, a lot of these ascended masters, they have more than one name, like Saint Germain. Saint Germain has more than one name too. So look that up, because you'll be very surprised. He was around, Saint Germain actually incarnated during our Revolutionary War when we were breaking free of England, and he assisted with writing the Declaration of Independence. And he was one of the people that actually wrote it, Thomas Jefferson. So check that out, because that's pretty cool that he would be here. He's talking about freedom all the time. So what would his other name be besides Saint Germain? Okay, so we've got one of the earlier incarnations of Lord Kuthumi was Pythagoras, and he lived during around 582 to 507 BC. He was a Greek philosopher and mathematician. He also incarnated in the 1st century as Balthazar, one of the 3 magi, wise men, who journeyed from the east to pay homage to the Christ child. Master Kuthumi also incarnated as Saint Francis of Assisi in 1182 in Italy, during which lifetime he founded the Franciscan Order of Friars. Pretty awesome, huh? So, when he was actually Lord Kuthumi, he lived a very secluded life. He stayed very close to home. He was always studying, learning. He was always trying to raise his resonance up. And he was born in the early 19th century. Mahatma Kuthumi was a Punjabi whose family was settled in Kashmir. He attended Oxford University in 1850. His remaining years were spent at his lamasery in Tibet. So he is one of the first masters to bring forth to our planet the knowledge of the Great White Brotherhood of Masters. It was Master Kuthumi who gave the sacred teachings of Madame Blavatsky that resulted in the establishment of the Theosophical Society in the late 19th century. Isis Unveiled, dictated to Madame Blavatsky by Master Kuthumi, who also worked with the beloved Masters El Moira and Master Sananda. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff on Kuthumi, and for those of you who are interested in checking out Lord Kuthumi, really look at him, because he is very interesting and he can teach you a lot about what? Being human. Because what? He was human lots of times. And that's what Ascended Masters are, is that they were human, and they had that human incarnation so that we can understand them and they can understand whatever it is that we're going through. I also, let's see, does the information about the Ascended Masters come through channeling? Some of the information on Clarity 101 is channeled. Yeah. Some of the information on the internet, not channeled. Some of it is channeled. It just depends on where you're going, what you're doing. Okay? So remember to listen to your intuition when you're reading this stuff to see if it resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Go find a different website or find a different book. All right? Because everybody resonates at a different place. Right? And that's why I always say, make sure to do your research. Research. Because that's, a lot of people are like, oh, that's not spiritual. Yeah, it is. Totally spiritual. It's totally spiritual. It's really good to know your history. It's really good to know who your ancestors are. And it's really good to know who it is that you're following. Don't follow blindly. Find out who it is that you're talking to. Your guides and angels. Because once you know who your guides and angels are, you know their names, you know their themes, what they're there to assist you with, it's so much easier to connect with them. It truly is. So you can check that out too. You can go to rlgrace.net, hit the meditation tab, scroll down. There's the automatic writing meditation. It's there. It's free. It's for you to assist you with your connection to your spirit guides and angels, because it's really important. I feel like it is important. I've seen too many people, like getting information from spirits that are just wandering about aimlessly, that attach themselves to people and they give them information that is just so not very good for them. So when you are dealing with an Ascended Master, you're going to feel love. You're going to feel like everything is awesome. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel uplifted and you're going to feel connected. Same with angels. When you hear from an angel, same thing. If you're feeling fear, or if you're feeling intimidated, or you're feeling any kind of lower resonance or vibration, it's not a spirit guide or angel. Let it go. clear your energy field or have somebody assist you with clearing your energy field. Okay? That way, you're doing the best that you can and you're getting the best information that is available for you. Hi, Betsy. So make sure that you're doing that, okay? And, you know, if there are any classes or anything like that near you, intuition classes, mediumship classes, whatever, if they're there and you can afford to take them, please do. Because educating yourself is the best way so that you don't live like in fear. You don't want to be afraid, right? Right. Okay, so for those of you that are wanting that, I wrote I'm Psychic Not Telepathic. It's a psychic story. It's over there on arielgrace.net. Haunted, a psychic story, and Angels, a psychic story. All three of those books can assist you with your education. Okay, it gives you clear, basic instruction and also homework. Hey, because it's me, it's Ariel Grace, and you get homework. Even if you get a reading, you still get homework. So make sure that you check those out, see if they resonate with you, okay? Because they're there also to help you, to assist you in your forward movement. All right, so it's the thinning of the veils, and like I said, the thinning of the veils is going to start happening around the end of September. And that's when you're going to start to see more, hear more, and know more. All right? Because the dimensions are thinner. And so during that time, that's the best time to take your workshops. That's the best time to learn meditation. Anything that you have so wanted and desired to do, this is the best time of year to start practicing so that you can build your confidence up, so you can help yourself. Okay? So for those of you who are working on that, yay, keep going and celebrate the season too. It's fall. Can you believe that this year has gone by so fast? Holy moly. I can't believe it. All right. So like I said at the beginning, I'm writing a book, or I'm actually almost done editing a book. It's called Evie and Ella, and it's on my Facebook page. All the proceeds from that book are going to assist with childhood cancer. So I'll be posting when the book will be available for purchase. It is only going to be in book form. It will not be on the Kindle. It's a child story, so it's for children, and it's about fairies and angels and a little girl named Evie who got very sick. So please make sure that you check that out. We're deciding right now what charity we're going to be donating to. So like I said, everything that I make off of those books is going straight to charity. I'll let everybody know, send out a newsletter and all that other good stuff. So for those of you who are going to join us next week, Theo and I are going to be in the same place at the same time. Wow. So our next Facebook Live event is going to be the both of us. We're going to be doing one question readings. It'll be next Sunday night. And you can go over to a Gang of Girls radio page and click on that event and, you know, say that you're going and then put your question in the comments thing. That way we know that question is there, because we're going to have a lot of people listening. It's going to be very fun for us. It is. Because when Theo and I get together, we rock the house. So let us know. Go ahead and hop on over there to a Gang of Girls Radio Facebook page. Check out the event. Going. Click on it. Question in the comments. Please remember to put your name there as well. All right? Thank you. All right. So it's been fun. Yay. And remember, I'm going to be uploading this. So if you missed part of it, it'll be uploaded at arielgrace.net tomorrow morning. And you can just click on the Gang of Girls Radio tab and you can listen in. Yay. So remember to keep your hearts open and align with the energy of love. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week. Good night.